Next, we will start adding data to these tables. First, I would like to start with the salesperson table. Double click on the salesperson table. Since the salesperson ID is an auto number, you don't have to add data to that field. Microsoft Access will automatically add a new value for every new salesperson that you add here. So here I'm going to have Jim Smith. Smith is the last name. First name is Jim. Commission rate is 7. And gender is male. And the next row is Jane Doe. And commission rate is 9. Female. And I'll have Maggie Sampson. You can make up any names, any data that you would like at this point. Let's add about 5 or 6 rows to these tables, and I have then Eleanor Roosevelt. And 8. And I have Michael Chang as 8. Aaron Rodgers, not that he needs a salesperson's job, but I'll have these 6 salespersons that are completely entered, and now I'm going to save this, close this, and now I'm going to go back and add maybe 12 customers, 10 to 12 customers to the customer table. Before that, I would like to just slightly organize this so that I have these columns clearly visible with their complete names. So the customer names I'm just going to borrow from the database that I already constructed for this lab. So I have Juan Perez. Customer city is Milwaukee, and the salesperson ID should be one of the salespersons that we already have, right? So because that's the beauty of establishing these relationships. I have only salespersons 1 through 6, so if I try to type in salesperson 10, it will not let me move to the next one because it says clearly that only a salesperson that currently exists in the salesperson table can be added here. So I'm going to go and add this to give the salesperson as 6, and next would be Elizabeth Stafford. Since I only gave 15 characters for this, it doesn't let me type too long names. Elizabeth Stafford and Eau Claire, and I'm going to choose 5, and I will go on and you can make up additional data. So we have Maria Smith and Green Bay. Salesperson is 5. Emmanuel Sanders, and I would choose Appleton, salesperson 4, and I'm going to select a few more names from here. April Geyser, Milwaukee 6, Heather Miles, Kenosha 3, and I will have Amy Brunel, Racine 3, John Mills, and I can use Madison, maybe 2, and Madison 1, and maybe one last record here, Rebecca Phillips, or maybe I'll just change this to Becky Phillips. I have everybody 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 1 here. I'm going to add 1 here. So I have a few customers and a few salespersons that I entered. So I'm going to close these tables, save them, and close them. And so now I have sufficient amount of data before we can start constructing queries in this database.